I never thought a simple ride home would put my marriage at risk, but that night changed everything. My name is Claire, I'm in my 30s, and I live with my husband, Mark, in a quiet suburb outside Nashville. We've been married for 6 years, comfortable, steady, predictable. Maybe too predictable. I should have seen the distance growing between us, but I ignored it. I told myself everything was fine. A few months earlier, I met Ryan at a work conference. He was easy to talk to, funny, kind, the type of person who made you feel seen. At first, we only talked about work. Then, the conversations grew deeper. I convinced myself it was harmless, that I just needed a friend. But in my heart, I knew I was walking toward trouble. The night everything fell apart, Mark was working late, and I was out celebrating a coworker's promotion. Ryan happened to be in the area and stopped by. I didn't plan anything. I didn't even plan to stay long. But his presence felt familiar, warm, and effortless in a way that scared me. I should have gone home early. Instead, when the night ended, I asked Ryan if he could drive me home. I told myself it was practical, safe, quick, nothing more. We sat in his car with soft music playing, the windows fogged from the cold air outside. We talked about life, stress, the ways we both felt stuck. When he pulled up in my neighborhood, I thanked him and hugged him. It lasted 1 second too long, and that small moment felt like a line I shouldn't have crossed. I stepped out of the car wishing I could rewind time. What I didn't know was that Mark wasn't clueless. He had been watching the street camera app on his phone. We installed it after a package theft, and Mark checked it often. That night, he saw a car he didn't recognize pull up. He saw me hugging a man he didn't know. He saved the recording, and he waited. When I walked inside, Mark greeted me quietly, too quietly. He didn't ask questions. He didn't accuse me. He just said he was tired and went to bed early. Something in his tone made my stomach twist. The next morning, he asked casually, "Who drove you home last night?" My heart dropped. "A coworker." I lied. It was easier. He nodded slowly. "A male coworker?" I froze. He saw it. Mark pulled out his phone and showed me the footage. My breath caught as I watched myself hugging Ryan on the sidewalk in grainy video form. I whispered, "It's not what you think." He didn't yell. His voice stayed calm, steady, almost too steady. "Claire, I'm not stupid. I need the truth." I told him it was innocent. Just a friendly hug. Just a ride. I tried to talk over the beating in my chest. Mark didn't argue. Instead, he picked up my phone and asked me to unlock it. That's when the panic set in. I hesitated. Only for a moment, but it was enough. Mark saw everything he needed to see in that hesitation. He wasn't angry. He was heartbroken. He said softly, "If there's nothing to hide, why are you scared to open it?" My hands shook as I typed in the passcode. He looked through my messages with Ryan. Nothing explicit, nothing romantic, but emotional, familiar, intimate in ways I should have never allowed. Every message felt like a new betrayal. Mark closed the phone gently, like it was something fragile that hurt to hold. "So this wasn't a one-time thing," he said. I shook my head. "It wasn't an affair. I swear. I just felt lonely." He stared at the floor, and instead of telling me, "You found someone else to fill the space," I wanted to fall apart. I told him I loved him, that I didn't want anyone else, that the hug was a mistake. But Mark wasn't thinking about the hug anymore. He was thinking about the messages, the secrets, the small choices that led us here. Then he said the words that broke me. "I've already talked to a lawyer." My legs went numb. "A lawyer? Mark, please don't do this." He wiped his eyes with the back of his hand. I couldn't sleep. I needed to know my options. "I'm not filing anything today, but I need space." I begged him not to leave. He said he wouldn't, not yet. But he needed distance, emotional space, physical space. He moved into the guest room that night. The silence between us felt like a wall. Over the next few days, he kept asking small questions, not angrily, but carefully. When did the messages start? Why didn't I tell him? Did I ever consider stopping before it got out of hand? I tried to answer honestly. My answers hurt him every time. This wasn't about love, I told him. It was about feeling seen. By someone who isn't your husband, he replied. We went 3 days without touching, without sharing a meal, without laughing. Mark spent long hours at work and came home exhausted and withdrawn. I spent evenings sitting on the couch, replaying every mistake, wishing I had turned left instead of right at every step that led me here. One night, Mark sat down across from me. His eyes were swollen, like he had been crying in the car before coming inside. I don't want to end our marriage, he said, but I don't know if I can stay in it like this. I nodded, crying. Tell me what I can fix. I'll do anything. We can start with counseling, he said, but I need honesty, complete honesty, even if it hurts. So I told him everything, not about anything physical with Ryan because nothing happened, but about the emotional closeness, the late night messages, the moments I should have stopped but didn't. Mark listened quietly, breaking a little more with each truth. After I finished, he said, "Thank you for telling me, but healing won't be fast." We started therapy 2 weeks later. It's painful, slow, and uncomfortable. Some days Mark looks at me the way he used to. Other days he can barely look at me at all. I understand. I hurt someone who trusted me completely. I don't know what our future looks like. Maybe we'll rebuild. Maybe we won't. But I learned something I wish I had learned earlier. A marriage doesn't break in one night. It breaks in every small choice that pulls you away from each other. And sometimes, a short car ride can reveal everything you tried to hide.